Hey guys, it's Coach Craig. This year we were not able to do a banquet in person, and so what I'm going to do is just give a quick recap of our season and then give out some awards at the end of this video. So first, I just have a few takeaways from this season that I want to talk about, and so that really just boils down to three things I want you guys to take away that we learned this season. The first thing that I think that we learned this season was how to overcome adversity. So if you guys remember, probably 3 games into our season, we were 0-3. We'd lost our first 3 games, and then we had to quarantine our team. So at that point in time, we had to break for 2 weeks. We weren't able to see each other, practice together, and we came back as a team. And just the team atmosphere, and I could just tell that you guys were a little bit down and you guys were frustrated. Not only did we lose the first 3 games of the season, but we had just had to quarantine for 2 weeks. We weren't able to see each other, able to practice. And so as these other teams are practicing, playing games, and getting better, we kind of weren't able to do that because of the circumstances that we were in. And I remember I could tell that you guys were upset. And so me and Sam brought the team together and we just talked. And at that point of the season, I asked you guys to do one thing. I said, I understand that you're frustrated that we've lost the first 3 games of the season. I understand that you're frustrated that we had to quarantine for 2 weeks. But the one thing that we can do is take responsibility for our role on this team for the rest of the season. And at that point in time, I asked you guys that what your job was to take responsibility for your role in the team. Whether you were a starter, whether you were on the bench, doesn't matter. Your role was to do the best that you could do and to control what you could control for the rest of the season. And I'm very proud to say that you guys responded very well to that, and we ended up finishing the season 5-5 with a final record of 5-8, and we ended up in the top half of our conference in the Western Indiana Conference. And so I think, for me, I just think that transfers over to real life. You're going to face obstacles. You're going to find adversity no matter where you go. And so I think it's really important to remember that at the beginning of our season, 0-3, had to quarantine for 2 weeks. I don't think we would have predicted that we would finish the season 5-5 and win a game, our first game of sectionals. But we did. And we did that because you guys decided that you're going to take responsibility for your role on the team, and you decided that you were going to control what you could control, and the results came after. And so I'm proud of you guys for that. And I want you to remember that in the future, whenever you face an obstacle that you don't think is possible to overcome, just remember that the one thing you can do is control your attitude, and you can control the way you respond, and you can do the best that you can do. And when you do that, a lot of times good results follow. So that's the first thing I want you guys to take away from this season. The second thing I want you guys to take away from this season is just the value of having good friendships. So after a crazy summer with COVID, not being able to see your friends, not being able to really practice as a team until the end of July because of the restrictions with the IHSAA, I just remember whenever we were able to come back as a team, just how happy and joyful you guys were to be with each other, and how happy I was to be able to coach you guys again, and just how happy we were as a team to be united after a long time away from each other. I think that there's a lot of value in having good friendships and having good people in your life. And so I think that if you guys can remember at the beginning of the season when we were able to finally practice as a team together, you guys were just very happy. And there's just a lot of just genuine joy in you guys from being able to be together as a team. And so something I want you guys to take away from that is just remembering the friendships that you built on this team, and remembering how important it is to have good friends in your life, and just remembering the joy that can bring, and all the good things that come with, one, being on a team, and two, just having friendships with people who you're able to count on whenever things are hard. The last thing I want us to take away from this season is just remembering how important it is to work hard. I think that, as you guys know, sometimes I made you run too much, or I pushed you guys too hard. You guys thought you couldn't do it. You guys were frustrated with me because I was going to make you guys run more than you wanted to. Whatever it was, I think that one thing I wanted to do this season, and that I want to do for you guys, is to push you out of your comfort zone. I want to put you guys in a position where you don't think you can go anymore, but I tell you have to, and then you learn that you can. Because something that I think is very important for you guys is learning that whenever you work hard and you push past your comfort zone, you're going to see results you wouldn't have seen if you just stayed comfortable. And I think that as we saw, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, starting the season 3-3, had to quarantine for 2 weeks. The rest of the season was pretty intimidating. Looking at that, we had to schedule our games. We played 4 games one week. I think we played 3 games the next because we had to reschedule our games because of our quarantine. And but the way you guys responded was, okay, we're back at practice. We're going to work harder than any other team because they've all had the privilege of being able to practice for the last 2 weeks while we couldn't. So what you guys decided that you were going to do is you're going to work harder than every other team so that whenever we were able to play again, we were going to be ready. And I just want you guys to take that away, because not only was that important for us as soccer players, but as a man, as a leader, whenever you guys leave high school and whenever you guys are in the real world, or even just when you're in high school, there's so much value in working hard and doing things that you do to the best of your ability. And I think that it was very obvious this last season that whenever we worked hard, we saw good results, and we were proud of that. And so I just want you guys to remember that whenever you work hard, you will be able to look back and it's going to be worth it. It's worth it to work hard and do the best of your ability in everything you do. And I'm just very proud of the ways that you guys did that this season. So now I get to give away the awards. The first award we're going to give out this year is Academic All-State. This award goes to players who have a cumulative GPA of 3.8 or higher. And we have 2 players on our team that have this GPA of 3.8 or higher, and that is Colin Trapp and Ricky Stanley. Very proud of you guys for working hard in the classroom, and it's going to really reward you whenever you either go to college or just after you graduate high school. Working hard in the classroom is just as important, if not more important, than working hard on the soccer field. So I'm very proud of you guys. Next award we get to give out is All Conference. So myself and the rest of the coaches in our district met up to determine which players were the best in our conference, and we had 2 players on Brown County that were all conference players, our goalkeeper Wyatt Fox and Ricky Stanley. Very proud of you guys. I think that it was clear that you guys were some of the best players in our conference. Wyatt, one of the best goalies in our conference, and Ricky, one of the best leaders and clearly one of the best soccer players as well. So I'm very proud of you guys. Now we have 3 awards that I will give out specific to our team. And the first one is the Mental Attitude Award. So this award is going to go to a player that was very mentally strong throughout the whole season. Someone who led our team. Whenever things were hard, they were able to pick us back up and get us on the right track. Whenever things were going good, they kept us accountable to work hard and keep going. This player is someone that I look up to as a leader, someone that I very much respect, and appreciated how willing they were to step alongside me and Sam, your guys as coaches, and just push you guys to be the best that you could be. And this award goes to Ricky Stanley. The next award that I'm going to give out is the Offensive MVP. This player is based on stats and also just based on who me and Sam determined is our most effective weapon on offense. And this year, as you guys could probably guess, it's going to go to Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne did an incredible job this year of scoring goals in games when we needed them. As a penalty kick taker, he was very consistent and made sure that whenever he was put in that position of being under pressure, having to take a penalty kick, he stuck to what he knew at practice and he put it where he wanted it, and he scored goals whenever we needed them. And I'm very proud of the way that he finished the season. And then the last player that gets an award is for the Defensive MVP award. And this year we have selected to give it to our goalie, Wyatt Fox. As you guys know, Wyatt kept us in many games. There are many times when Wyatt could have 10 to 15 shots on him. And they were good shots. They would get past our defense, and it would be up to Wyatt to make a huge save. And time after time, he came up very big for us and was able to find a way to save it. And he kept the ball at the net. And as a player, as a goalie, that's your job. And Wyatt does an incredible job of it. So I'm extremely proud of the way that he played this season, and truly just proud of all you guys. I think that this was my first full season as a head coach this year for you guys, and I truly am just very honored to coach you guys. I think that I learn a lot from you, and I think that it's a great experience just learning And just watching you guys grow as a team, watching you guys push each other to be better, watching you guys just have genuine friendships with each other, watching you guys get frustrated when we lose, watching you guys learn how to respond whenever we make mistakes, watching you guys grow. There's just so many things I love about coaching you guys, and I'm just very thankful for the opportunity to do so. And I'm proud of each and every one of you, whether you won an award, whether you were one of our best players on the field this year. No matter who you are on this team, I'm very thankful for the opportunity to coach you. To our seniors, thank you so much for a great season. Thank you for leading the team, and thank you for just stepping up this year. Our seniors did a great job, and I'm just very proud of you guys, and I'm really looking forward to where you guys go in the future. And to the rest of you guys who are underclassmen or juniors and are coming back next year, looking forward to another season with you guys, looking forward to the opportunity to coach you. And I'm just thankful for this year and everything that it brought, and I'm looking forward to a good season next year. Thanks, guys.